Well, hello, my beautiful starseeds, and welcome to Starseeds United. Wow. Okay, y'all, so I actually did it. It might be a little bit after midnight by the time you actually see this posted because I still have to record it, but it is day 4 of the 30-day Love Yourself Challenge, and it's being filmed and uploaded right before the midnight hour. So I'm calling that a win. It did take me a little bit of time to write this script, and it is 11:45 Central Time here as I start to record this, but still calling it a win. So we're back on track. Yay! First of all, y'all, I want to thank you all so much for joining me on my journey. I really do welcome each and every one of you into my space, and I do hope that day 4 of the Love Yourself Challenge is treating you marvelously. I would like to know, though, how you spent your 15 minutes of self love today. And please let me know what it is that you love to do that you've been neglecting. So, for today, my 4th day, I caught up on some much needed sleep. I feel a lot more energized, a lot more rested. Got my hair and my brows done. And I did over an hour workout today that I haven't really done in quite a while, and that honestly helped clear my mind so much. It's so important to have your mind, body, and your spirit all in alignment so that we can continue to grow and progress in our journeys here. Um, Also, I did finish another verse in that song that I've been referencing for a while now. So please stick around if you would like to hear the progress on it at the end of the video. I would love to know what y'all think. And all right, let's get to it. For today, I do have an idea that I wanted to share with y'all today. And please let me know of your thoughts in the comments too. But the concept of time in our healing journey. I personally believe and know that time is a human construct, but we also have to remember that time will continue to progress, whether we like it or not. We will age, we will pass on to another life, or to the stars if we fulfilled our duties. And something I'm gaining more clarity on within myself throughout my sober healing journey is that all the while dealing with a broken heart, mind you, is that I really have wasted a lot of time just worrying about things I can't control. And not only have I been clingy multiple times, but I've also had control issues, so yay me! I know I'm not the first person to have this realization, and I know I'm not going to be the last, but I would like to know, have you allowed yourself to do the same, and have you learned something that you now know that you need to change within yourself? Please let me know down in the comments, and if you haven't, please keep doing what you're doing and let our community know what's helped you stay focused on your own actions, because that is so critical throughout anything that we do in life, you know? And it is quite impressive if you haven't, and I'm slowly learning to do that myself. So, I know I rambled on quite a bit yesterday about my ex lover, and thank you for bearing with me if you had the chance to watch it. But today it is some time for some introspection. I vaguely mentioned that this is definitely not my first rodeo, and somehow in every single relationship that I've been in, I've let myself become obsessed with the heartache and of the breakup, and become obsessed with the other person and making them happy, forgetting about my own needs sometimes. And I've also had major issues in letting go. um, Even when I know very well at the beginning of the relationship that they didn't feel the same way about me like I felt about them. I'm currently still waiting on that first letter from my ex in the Coast Guard boot camp, and I'm not sure if I'm just being delusional in thinking that either a lifelong friendship or anything else could really develop from it. after so much heartache, but there is still genuine love there. And today there was a bit of self doubt that started to creep in, and I started to ask myself, do I really need to overexert myself for someone that wouldn't do the same for me? The answer is clearly no. Okay, but this situation is a little different, at least for me, in my point of view, because I honestly still feel the same way about him that I did in the beginning. And we really did meet at an awkward time in his timeline. When we first met, he had recently gotten divorced, and I was sure it was going to be nothing but just a casual connection, and that was it, right? It was just going to be one and done. That's it. Let's just have fun, whatever. But as I truly started to get to know him, and I started noticing all of the synchronicities in both of our past and what we're interested in, and how much fun we had together, and how safe and comfortable I felt in his arms. And, this is an 18 and plus channel, so we're going to talk about a little sex. No major details, but the sex was amazing. And I just knew it would be different, you know? I honestly still feel the same way. And maybe holding on to those past memories will hinder my progression in my love life, but in all honesty, right now I do not even need to be thinking about connecting with anyone else until this is resolved. But we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens in the next 6 weeks, because I still have those plane tickets and the hotel set. So hopefully I get at least a response soon, so I can cancel it on time if this is his way of just letting go without actually telling me anything. Um, but hey, life's life, and this is a journey. And thank you for joining mine once again. I am curious though. Have you had a relationship that you felt was karmic in some way? Um, a connection that was just so intense. It just never really truly got off the ground, and maybe it had a false start. And if so, please let our community know what your experience was like, and if it was a catalyst for you to learn something about either yourself that you needed to change, or something about your habits and what you're allowing to accept into your own energy. Okay? And I'm quite certain that mine was a karmic connection. We both had to learn how to be okay by ourselves, and truly by ourselves, without turning to doom scrolling or turning to alcohol or anything else that's going to get us out of our reality that we actually have the ability to change. It's important to remember that if there's something going on in your life that causes you to want to escape outside of yourself and turn to either clinging on to somebody else or to drugs or alcohol or what have you, try and change it. Really sit down and look, like, hey, is this something that I can change now, or is this something that has the possibility of changing, so that we can truly get back and focused into ourselves and live sober, live free, live you, right? Become the best version of you. That's what I'm trying to do here myself. So, um, yeah. Sorry, I'm still kind of working through this whole script thing, and I'm having to scroll down a little bit to keep track of where I am here. So, thank y'all for your patience. Um, in a way, I am glad that all of this happened with me and my ex. I'm trying to use this heartache to try and build a community that in which where we can be vulnerable with each other and share our starseed journeys with each other. I also know now that I will not accept certain things or tolerate certain things in relationships, no matter how much I think they're the one, or gosh, they're so hot, or whatever. We have to be mindful of what we let into our energy, okay? Something I'm learning. hopefully you can learn along with me and make the best decisions for yourselves in whatever you're striving for in your lives. Now, if they're not going to show up in a way that's satisfying you emotionally, physically, and mentally, what are you still doing there, right? That's a question I'm asking to myself too. No matter how we feel, we only have the present, we have our actions in the relationship, and the other person's actions towards you. Stop forcing what can't be forced if you're trying to force somebody to love you. I found that I kind of try to do that myself multiple times in previous relationships too, where I just didn't let life happen. I was focused on the end goal of, oh my gosh, I've got to have my partner to live this life with, and, you know, all of these excuses, all these reasons to not just let things flow, you know? I really hope that you do that in your own life as well, and love's going to come to you if that's what you're wanting, you know, in this life. For me personally, love is just, I love love. I really do. Like, I love romance stories, and I love just having the idea of one person that you can share this life with and build new experiences and do things that you've always wanted to do that maybe they want to do too. For example, he and I went skydiving. I've been skydiving before, but he hadn't, and he had always wanted to. And that was one of the things that we did when we first started getting a little serious in our relationship. And that was honestly pretty awesome. I would like to do it again soon, but there's so much I've got to do right now too. I've got to focus. Got to focus. So, you know, one thing I did want to clarify on that too is that love really does start within yourself. And I've heard that before. I've read that before. You know, it's easy to read these things and have people tell you these things, but you really have to experience it for yourself. And love will always start within yourself. Love yourself first, because at the end of the day, we only have ourselves. Okay? Okay. All right. Well, if you've stuck around this far, I do have a little something to share with y'all. The song that I started back in May 2024, when I really started to feel like my ex was the one. It's called Pit Stop to You, and the melody is still in progress, so it might change. It is subject to change, but please let me know what you think. This is the first time I considered, even remotely considered, you know, putting myself out there and being a little vulnerable with my songs and my music. I used to sing opera back in the day, and it's been a long time since I've done that. Goodness, like at least 11 years. Oh my gosh. I'm old. If you did watch yesterday's episode, you may notice that the pit stop is in reference to his love of cars. And it just felt like the perfect title, you know, since I have had my heart broken so many times. And in this song, there's a lyric here about damage being done, and that's referencing my ex-husband. So maybe I'll share a little bit more about that on a future video. But let's get to it. This is Pit Stop to You, dedicated to my ex-lover. And there's been a lot of songs that he's inspired, but this is one that I'm honestly pretty proud of, and I hope you like it. I don't know how well this mic is for voice singing, but what the hey, we're gonna try it. I thought I knew myself well enough to know what I need. Turns out that I was just scratching the surface. Well, now here I stand with my heart in your hand. It's forgotten all the damage that he planned? Did the loss of my old love lead me to you? Was it just a faded pit stop? Oh, I could not refuse. Have lost, have found one too many mistakes to know what love should feel like. Did my heart have to break? And I chalk it up to luck? Or is it just divine intervention? Laughing, crying, singing all the way to your embrace. I was lost, now found. A reason. Oh shit. Okay, we're gonna try and redo that. Sorry. Did the loss of my old love lead me to you? Was it just a faded pit stop? I could not refuse. I was lost, now found. A reason to believe that to have you in my arms, babe, my heart had to breathe. Well, all right. So that's what I've got so far. Not entirely sure what I'm going to do with, the instruments and how I'm going to play all that together, but that's what I have so far, and I'm going to keep working on it. It's a little short, so still have to come up with another verse, and I think I might have skipped like a whole 2 sentences that I needed to add before the laughing, crying, singing part, but it's a work in progress. I do hope to one of these days have a separate channel for music and kind of show my process in songwriting and just share what I've learned so far, and maybe we can jam a little, give me some thoughts, ideas. We can bounce ideas off of each other and go from there. So for now, though, my beautiful starseeds, I made it right before midnight. It's 11:58 right now, so yeehaw, still winning. I want to send you so much love. I wish you nothing but the best, and if you never watch another video of mine, just know that there's somebody out there rooting for you. I really, really do have a passion for humanity, and I love getting to know people. So reach out to me, subscribe, like, follow, hit the little bell on the subscribe thing so you can keep up to date with the next 26 days. So we've got 26 more days of a Love Yourself challenge, and I'm going to look back on this, and I really hope that this heartbreak is going to be turned into something beautiful that we can share with each other. So thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful night or day or whatever time you're watching, and I'm wishing you love, light, and darkness, my beautiful peoples. Mwah. Bye.